Desmond. Through the Animus, he discovered his heritage, explored the lives of his ancestors, and uncovered their secrets. When that was done, he trained. He used another ancestor to provide decades of experience in the span of a few days. It worked. We think. We hope.
What's up, guys? This is Mike from GameZone.com, and this is the Assassin's Creed 3 video review.
December 21st.
The Assassin's Creed series has grown into something spectacular, and now has shifted into something even more monumental. And even though Assassin's Creed 3 has its issues, I can't help but feel this is a truly high mark for the developers at Ubisoft Montreal. It gives you an incredible amount of things to do, whether you follow the main story, or just feel like decking out your house while occasionally doing a little pig farming. Everything just comes together into one of the most respectable packages you'll find on the gaming market this holiday season. The game doesn't start you out as the main assassin Connor. Instead, you'll spend a little time portraying Haytham Kenway, a noble killer who has his own agenda to follow in the midst of the American Revolution. I won't spoil the story for you, but it eventually segues into the shoes of the new assassin as he sets out to stop a Templar conspiracy in the midst of Old Boston and New York towns. Obviously, it's a task with a lot to overcome, as a ton of ill-tempered redcoats are more than eager to stop you in your tracks. And, as expected, this story does tie in with Desmond, who's trying to save the world from the Doomsday Clock in his own time. No pressure, right? Ubisoft Montreal has touched up a number of things to make Assassin's Creed 3 one of the most fluid games in the series to date. Free running is smooth, as you'll leap across rooftops and swing across posts better than ever. The combat system is also solid, if a bit simplified, as Connor, or Haytham, can easily counter incoming strikes with a button press and bury a weapon in someone's back as they stumble to the ground. Not everything is perfect with the gameplay, however. Stealth still plays a huge part in the Assassin's world, and while some parts of it still click, others do not. Some missions require you to hide out near certain people so you can eavesdrop on their conversation, but even when you're hiding in grass or casually trying to sit at the bar, the AI gets quirky and soldiers suddenly notice your presence, then won't leave you alone until you basically kill them. And another thing, the hunting quicktime events. These can be real tiring, mainly because you should be able to simply lift a hatchet and bury it in a wolf's back like any other enemy, rather than be required to hit a certain button or become its lunch. These occasional quirks, along with the heavily stacked final mission, may be too much for amateur ranked players to bear. Creed fans, however, will overcome the odds and bury their hand blades accordingly. The single-player campaign features a staggering amount of content, from social clubs to side activities to quests that will take you a few miles out just to learn a thing or two about your heritage. You'll spend several hours completing it all, and though some are more exhausting than others, this experience is rewarding overall. What's more, once you gain control of a ship for naval battles, the game becomes even more addicting. There's a lot you need to do when you're at the helm, like dodging incoming cannonballs and lining up targets, but it's a rewarding experience. On top of that, Assassin's Creed 3 also packs a mean punch with multiplayer. The two main additions that you'll want to watch out for are Domination and Wolfpack. Domination is a more versus-oriented mode where players try to take over hotspots without alerting the other controlling assassins in the area. The second is a co-op supported game where up to 4 assassins team up together to track down targets and take them down in style. As you do, new targets pop up and you're given a minimal score to meet. If you got the right team in tow, this mode can be a blast. Ubisoft spared no expense when it came to recreating the old towns of the 1700s. Both New York and Boston are staggeringly beautiful. Sometimes glitches occur with characters that jump out of context, but overall it's a huge improvement to the engine. While a few things keep Assassin's Creed 3 from being that perfect sequel that so many fans have been craving, there's no question that Ubisoft has put the kind of time and effort into the game to utterly satisfy them. It's a huge step up from last year's Revelations, giving you hours upon hours of content, alone or with friends. And Connor is a worthwhile addition to the series, even though I would have liked to have seen more Haytham in action. Overall, don't miss it. It definitely lives up to the hype, despite what a few others may tell you. For the full written review, make sure to check out GameZone.com.
Armed with the knowledge of Altair and the abilities of Ezio, he holds in his hands the apple of Eden, and we stand at his side, ready to support him however we can. His name is Desmond Miles, and he has brought us to the end.